Hi guys, my name is Justin and welcome back to Game On. WoTC recently released a Spelljammer 5e game announcement and trailer not too long ago, and it's supposed to come out in August of 2022. Now I have some friends who are slightly confused about what Spelljammer is, so I am going to be explaining what it is for those of you who are new and maybe get you excited for the new game that is coming out for 5th edition. So Spelljammer is the name of the setting that we play in when we are doing high fantasy Dungeons and Dragons in space. Now Spelljammer is a catch-all term for all of the vessels that fly through space and the Phlogiston, which I'll be talking about in a little bit. But the original Spelljammer is a crazy manta ray scorpion hybrid sentient living ship that a god created that has a whole bunch of people that kind of live on it depending on where they're from and where that Spelljammer is living. It's got up to 5,000 people that are living on it that help take care of it and are charmed by this living thing. Now this living thing spits out baby Spelljammers called small jammers, but we'll discuss that in a later video because today I want to talk about the broad topics of Spelljammer. And first we got to talk about space. So if you've played in Forgotten Realms, you've kind of already played in the Spelljammer setting because Spelljammer takes place in and around, sort of, Toril. Toril is the name of the planet that Faerun is on, which Faerun has the Sword Coast, which has, let's see, Baldur's Gate, Neverwinter, Waterdeep, all the big named places are on Faerun, or at least on Toril. Now, Toril is part of a solar system that has 7 other planets, 8 planets in total, and a sun. Think of our solar system. They're a little bit different. There's asteroids, nebulae, crazy astronomical disturbances going on that you in your Spelljammer ship can go and explore. Now, all these different planets have different inhabitants, different ecosystems, different crazy things that I would love to get into, but I can't do it in this video. However, if you want me to, drop a like and leave me a comment so I know that you guys are interested in this, and we can build a Spelljammer playlist to get you excited for the August 2022 release. Now, fun fact about the sun has a whole bunch of portals to the fire plane. So, you know, if you are immune to fire, you can go through the sun and go into another plane. However, what is in between all of these big planets is what is known as wild space. Now, all of this encompasses, the whole solar system encompasses realm space, or the Sea of Night, depending on where in the solar system you live, and if you speak common, because it is a night sea that it looks like when the sun is gone. But that wild space is just like the vacuum of space that you and I learned about back in like, what, 1st, 2nd grade. It's got no air. It's you don't want to be out there, it'll kill you. There's crazy radiation, except in this game it's more like crazy magic that kind of disperses, kind of like the weave still coming through wild space. However, there is another kind of space that's out there. And what I'm really going to do is blow your mind when I say that the solar system of Toril is basically a spaceship within itself. Yeah, I probably just blew your mind there. Think of the Toril solar system in this crazy snow globe that sits in the middle of something known as the Phlogiston or Phlogiston, depending on how you want to pronounce it. The Phlogiston is this crazy, soupy mess of an ocean that is basically the universe. And within this crazy, soupy, highly flammable, volatile, explosive mess is these snow globes that hang out all through the Phlogiston and kind of ride the currents that is like making it like an ocean. Think of it as like an ocean with rapids in it and like a crazy undertow and its own currents going all different places. And what you can do in Spelljammer is you can leave your wild space, that is your sphere, and go into the Phlogiston if you want to fly to a different sphere, because that other sphere might have, you know, tons of riches that you can bring back to Toril that no one's ever seen before. And you can, in fact, go to all these different planets in the solar system, which is really cool. But what's also really cool is that you can break free of the solar system and ride the currents at a faster than light pace to a different sphere. Now, that other sphere might just kind of have regular humanoids. It might be a sphere that has the ethereal plane in it. It might have a crazy pandemonium sphere out there that you can accidentally find yourself in. Because you can't see really far in the Phlogiston, you might accidentally come up right on it and accidentally go into the wrong kind of sphere. It is a really crazy idea, and you don't want to be out there. Why don't you want to be out in the Phlogiston for too long? One, is extremely flammable. You don't have any ships that can have any fire going on them, because even if you are secured by your envelope bubble that keeps giving you a breathable atmosphere, if a little bit of the Phlogiston leaks in, which it can, and it meets any kind of flame, magical or non, blow up. It's like 1,000 million nuclear bombs going off at once. It's really, really bad. You know what else is out there? These crazy hunter killer things that just live out there. They might be mechanical, they might not be, they might be a magical organic, and what they do is they ride the waves waiting for a Spelljammer ship, and then they eat it or they destroy it or something to make your day miserable. What else is crazy about the Phlogiston is that if you are in the Phlogiston, it doesn't matter how fancy your ship is. If you want to go to another plane, you can't go. You have to go there physically through the Phlogiston, hoping that you find a current that'll take you to, you know, Mount Celestia or the ethereal plane. So if you're a displacer beast or a hag, you can't just leave. So you can't at all shift to another plane in the Phlogiston. It doesn't matter if you're on a ship or if you're out floating in the goop that is the Phlogiston. You are stuck where you are until you physically make your way to the other plane. So the Phlogiston is this crazy outer space that isn't space. Wild space is this regular space that you and I know of that's regular to our natural world. And we have these crazy ships that can go out there that are either built out of wood and sail like humans. If you're a gnome, you might have this crazy steampunk ship. If you're a dwarf, you might even lasso an asteroid and magically push that thing around as your ship. There is so much to unpack in Spelljammer that I'd love to go into even more. So if you would like to hear anything specific, let us know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm hoping this helped pique some interest on what Spelljammer is, D&D in space, that has this crazy concept of space flight. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Justin, and remember to game on.